So, talking about sex and romance in a relationship, specifically Christian relationships, what do you have to say to that?
Okay, thank you. It's a bit a very sensitive topic. It's quite very sensitive because, like you have said, even Christians they are not left out. First of all, we need to understand sex and because I had this teaching recently, and people say it's not good to have romance in relationship. But when I took my time to find out what the definition of romance actually is, I saw that it's something we should encourage in relationship. Sex, we all know what sex is. Having sexual intercourse, right? For pleasure, for satisfaction, for reproduction, whatever the motive may be. And we have scriptures that says, we shouldn't have sex in marriage. So, First Corinthians or whatever. Do your research, right? So if you chat me up, I would. But romance, on the other hand, is extremely needed. Why? Because it is the affection, it is the gestures you put out towards your partner that makes them feel loved. There's actually a line that you must not cross. Once you cross it, that is when people start having themselves into sexual intercourse and all. But still, you should encourage romance, holding of hands, hugging each other, sending love, texts. These are gestures, romantic gestures. I say, it's romantic. Understand? So every gesture that compares your partner to say, you are romantic, that is what romance is. So romance in itself does not necessarily mean, just pressing yourself body, touching yourself, and all those things. It's beyond that. It's sincerely beyond that. Like now for Christian marriages or Christian relationships, one of the reasons why I see we have a lot of sex in Christian relationships today is number one, because of self-deceit. We have Christians thinking that they are they are God, like shaka bagada, you cannot, stuff like that. Self-deceit, that's number one. Secondly, it's secret acts. Well, we have many Christians who are living a two-faced life. They are brother Jonathan outside, and inside they are. Do you understand? Right? And lastly, is when we don't know how to put the boundaries. You see a Christian brother, a sister comes to see him, because he feels that he's spiritual, nothing can happen, nothing can happen. It is in the place of thinking that nothing can happen, things usually always happen. Right? So if Christians can work on this aspect and be sincere to themselves, you are human, right? You can fall, you can misbehave. Let's say that things is stands, take it unless it falls. Right? So this is my own contribution when it comes to sex and romance in relationship.
Okay, so before you conclude,
Okay.
right, I would like to ask you a question concerning what you said. You
Okay.
said for romance, you can hold hands, you can hug,
Yeah.
even as a Christian.
Yes.
Like that. Okay, so my own question is, what about people that don't have self-control? There's some ladies, for instance, some ladies that when you touch them like this already, like, especially when somebody that they love just touches them, exactly, something that can trigger them to start thinking of sex. So, do you think it's still advisable for some people that are not married to be in that kind, especially when you already understand yourself, and you know that if this brother touches me, especially because I love him, I'll be having that thought, and it can mess up with their mind and their thoughts.
Yeah, so I believe you asked the question and you've also kind of answered the question, right? Like I said earlier, I said self-deceit. One of the issues I have with Christians these days is the fact that Christians are not true to themselves. One, secondly, Christians they don't discuss these things. I don't know how people do relationship these days, but being a Christian does not make you a fool. Does not make you to be negligent of certain things. Do you understand? You should discuss these things. Please, myself, this is how I am. This is how I am. When you do this, it doesn't make it because when you are in a relationship with a polluted person, that is when you are scared. If I tell him that if he touches me,
What about he telling now? After you seen it,
because the idea is you are Christian, so
point.
it's called Christian relationship. To the pure, all things are pure. Like if indeed we are both Christians, and I tell you, I am open to you telling you that when you hold my hands, I feel this way. When you hug me, I feel this way. I should help you if indeed we are trying to abstain. So if I tell you that and you are not capitalizing on that, touching me and doing that, then I know that brother Jonathan is already
Hey.
slide. So yeah, so these are the things we need to sincerely talk about. And I think the church also needs to be encouraged to come out. I say it as it is, very raw, it's on the head. What is this? Is this? Butos is butos. Others are I tell you nyash and nyash. Breast. Just don't quote it, don't sugarcoat it, tell them what it is so that they don't end up falling or misbehaving. If if I touch you and your body will start shaking, tell me the time you touched me the last time. I remember when I was in school back then, a sister, a Christian brother anyway, but a sister then told me that I was very very playful. I used to tickle some. I know I love tickling. But when I noticed that you are someone that I was to me. If I find you, I just come and tickle you. So I used to do that with a sister playfully, righteously, if there's anything like that anyway, and until one time another servant told me that, Jonathan, you need to stop taking this lady, that she spoke to her about it, and and anytime I do that to her, this is what
That can be our own week.
yes. And so wow, I was like, wow. I used to be that kind of person. From ladies, but since that day, after that lady spoke to me, I thought, okay, these gestures actually go a long way, and that the lady is not talking does not mean that she's not having certain sensations around her. So it's not left for me to not take the cue. So I had to just stop, because I used to do it righteously, innocently, until that day I saw that, okay, so all those things I do, this lady is it that she's enjoying it, or why is she not complaining? But it's not that maybe she doesn't want to offend me or make it and that is why. So speak out, tell your partner, and if he uses it against you, know that
You never see partner.
you never feel partner. Yeah.
Anyways, thank you very much. Yeah, I am very sure you just answered all our questions. If you have any questions, you can also ask in the comment section. We'll be responding to you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.